Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about Halloween Haunts by Regina Saint Claire, or R. Saint Claire. I am going to be doing this as a kind of a vlog thing, as I want to um, kind of document my journey through this little book that I wasn't aware about. So Regina kept this really hushed up. Wasn't aware that this book even existed until about 1 or 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'll be going through this 5 short stories and one novella. I'm just going to go and tell you what I think about it, all spoiler free as well. So guys, I thought I would share with you some of the movies I'll be watching on Halloween night. So this one, The Craft, I've seen it before. I won't be watching this one on Halloween. I will hopefully be watching this, or rewatching this rather, tonight. So looking forward to that. I'll be doing my best. I've got to read 25 pages of Halloween Haunts. Get up to that milestone. Should be very easy to do. And then after that, I'll be watching The Craft. So on Halloween, what I'll be watching, I've picked out a handful of movies. Won't be. I don't want to do much reading on Halloween night, so I know there's something I want to actually read. I can't mention it because the author's has kind of wants me to keep it a secret because it comes out on Halloween night. But I'll be going through it in November, so no worries there. So what I'll be watching is I'll be watching Tales of Halloween, which is 10 mini things or shorts of Halloween. I've seen it before. I got it specifically for this year, and I really enjoyed it. Really gory. Some of them are better than others, but it's like a short story collection, but in a visual format. So yeah, can't wait to rewatch this again. If they're still fresh in my mind. Then I'll be watching Night of the Living Dead. Obviously, I've seen this before, but I'll be giving it a rewatch. And yeah, classic black and white zombie movie. This is probably where it all started with zombies. In fact, I'll probably watch these in order that I'll be showing you them in. Next, I'll be watching is Fright Night. Another rewatch for me. Probably maybe the third time. Maybe the third time. Sorry, I've actually rewatched it. Looking forward to that. Kind of an underestimated or a underappreciated rather vampire movie. And then lastly, when it's all dark and creepy, of course I've got to watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So I thought I would show you what I'll be watching for Halloween, as I know that E.D. Lewis, who has a channel, E.D. Lewis Reviews, wanted to know what I would be watching for Halloween. So there you go. Okay, so the first story that I have read in this is called The Trails. I really enjoyed this one. It's simplistic, and it's about these two boys that go trick or treating. One of them is dressed like a mermaid because of a dare, and the other one's dressed up like a vampire. And they go and they go down these trails at night, this like wooded area where these kids have gone missing and their bikes have turned up, and that's all that remains of these kids that go down this trail at night. And I like it how this story has this kind of um, underlying gay theme and about being accepted for who you are. And yeah, I actually liked it. It was really cool. Also, I think I'm going to rate this story a 5 stars. It's a good start to the book. Hey guys, so I have finished the next story, which is called Party in the Pines. Didn't think very much of this story. It's about a group of girls that go to a party or making their way to a Halloween party. They get lost in the woods. They get attacked by this creature. Um, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It was a bit boring to me. It dragged a bit. Um, but I think that on a reread, I will probably like it a bit better. But on the first time reading it, I wasn't that impressed. Um, so I'm gonna give it a 2 stars out of 5. Regrettably, I've got to give it that. Also, I just wanted to say that there is a list of the stories on the back. So um, it's nice to have them on the back because this book doesn't have any table of contents. So if you're one of these readers which like to check to see how many pages a particular story is, you got to really flick through the book. You can't really look in the table of contents. And also at the front of this, there's a introduction that Regina has, which is called "Why We Love Halloween," and it's only 2 pages long. It's just basically about Regina's experience with the spooky season, and it was a really interesting read. So I've just finished up the third story, which is called The Mummy's Tomb. And this is about two brothers that are trying to get along during the Halloween night. And one of the older brothers has a girlfriend around, and they're trying to be romantic, and the younger brother's trying to be irritating and get some attention in some unconventional ways. And his brother just snaps and does the unspeakable. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was really good, really short and sweet. Yes, it could have been a bit longer, but it was, in my mind, a perfect story. So I rated The Mummy's Tomb a 5 stars. It was really, really good. Okay, so I've just read the next story, which is called Halloween Hex. And as you can probably tell by the title, this story is about witches. This is about two girls that come together to do a spell. I'm not sure exactly what they plan to accomplish with the spell or what the spell is supposed to do. I don't think it says it in the book or in the story rather. But this story did remind me a lot of the about the movie The Craft, and it's funny that I was thinking, oh, this is very similar because the story does reference The Craft and one of the main characters looking like one of the characters in the movie. I really enjoy this story. I'm not a big fan of The Craft. I do like the movie, but I'm not a massive fan of it. And like the story, Halloween Hex, I thought it was okay, the same feelings I have for the movie. These two girls are in high school, and it's always talking about past relationships and people that they have been interacting with. They go to a cemetery and try to do this spell that obviously doesn't go as according to plan. I know I should love this story. I did enjoy it a lot more than the second one, which is Party in the Pines, which was a female um, led story. But I enjoyed Halloween Hex a lot more than that one. But I know I should really love it, but it pains me that I've got to give it a 4.5 stars, not the full five. And I do not know why I can't give it a 5 stars. Probably comes down to preference, but it's still a really good witchy story, especially if you are a massive fan of the movie The Craft. Then I strongly believe that you will enjoy this story even more than I did. I also want to show this kind of illustration that Regina puts at the ends of all these stories. It's a simple design, but very effective and very appropriate for this spooky time of the year. I think I'll incorporate this into my title with some emojis, as I kind of like the simplicity of it. So I just wanted to show you what Halloween snacks I bought today. I will be watching movies pretty much all day on Thursday on Halloween night. So I know this may seem a lot, but when you consider I'll be watching movies all day, I'll be spreading this throughout all the movies, so it's not too bad, I don't think. I got some popcorn, as you gotta have popcorn on while watching these movies. This is the only one I could find in the supermarket that I went to, so this is toffee flavored popcorn. I got one of my favorite sweets at that particular supermarket. These are juicy strawberries, which are sugar coated. These are vegan friendly, as I mean, I enjoy the quality of them, the texture of them, and obviously the taste. So I've had them before, so I'm looking forward to them. And of course, I got my favorite candy of all time. That's Reese's chocolate and peanut butter. So I got a variety of them. Got some of these overloaded king size ones, which I believe there are. It's not like one massive thing. I believe it's like split up into maybe two. So I got a couple of them, and I got some um, Reese's Buttercups. I got two of these ones, which are the milk chocolate ones, king size ones, and I also got the same thing but white chocolate. So I think it must have like three of them in each pack. So I'll enjoy munching on them. And for the drink, I don't really want to get any soda or soft drinks. Not sure why we call soda over here soft drinks. Yeah, I don't know what's soft about it. Anyway, I don't like to have soda. Obviously, I drink soda, but it's very rare. Um, but I try to drink more stuff. So don't judge me, but I am going to be getting a big bottle of flavored water probably tomorrow. So the fifth and final remaining or main story of this collection is called Secret Society Party, which not the best title in the world. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but yeah. This is about a group of ladies that kind of come back for a reunion because in their past they were a part of this society, this sorority, and or this club. I guess we don't have sorority houses over here in the UK, but they come back because, well, for two reasons. One, because they want to kind of meet each other again and have a party and to celebrate old times, but mostly because one of their old friends that they did something terrible to in the past has put a curse on them, which has resulted in numerous people from this sorority house dying and having all these bad things happening to them. And they go back to this house to try to make amends and to say that they're sorry and to try to lift the curse from them. This is a story which I shouldn't have enjoyed. I I do not get sorority houses. I know the whole concept, well, mostly anyway. I get the main gist of it. And female based story. So I shouldn't have enjoyed this story as much as I did. It wasn't perfect. I am going to give it a 4.5 stars, but that is mostly because I wanted this story to be longer. This story should have been a full novel, or should be a full novel, with the girls all grown up, experiencing this and having flashbacks throughout the book. But it was a welcome story, and I really enjoyed it. So I've read all the main 5 stories in this collection. So I come to the novella, which is called the Tome, or Tomb rather, the Time Tomb. And this is the illustration or the picture, and it's got 2 circles there. I don't know why, and yeah, little close up for you. And at the top it says, "Time heals all wounds." So I've been reading the Time Tomb, and I'm more or less just under halfway through with it. It starts off with a little girl about 4 or 5 years old who goes missing, and our main character is called Miles. He's very intelligent. He's very smart, but he doesn't know that one of his female friends has a massive crush on him. So when he and this girl find out that one of their friends' cousins, who is this little girl, has gone missing, they go and join a search party to try to locate this girl. I will say that this premise does sound like your cut and dry kidnapping story, like a little girl goes missing and it's just about finding her before her time runs out. But Regina completely takes it into a completely different direction, and surprised me completely by the direction that she took, that she takes this story. And it's very interesting. It's probably the first cosmic horror sort of that I've ever read by Regina, and I can't believe that I'm not even halfway through done with it. So I can't wait to finish this up tomorrow and find out what has happened and about this individual that has taken this girl, and where has he taken her to, and what and who is he? It's very mysterious, and it's very Stranger Things-ish. And that's as far as I want to go with that, but I can't wait to finish this story up. I also want to say as well that it is so refreshing to read this novella in this collection, because I thought that the short stories were going to be like the main Halloween vibe for this book, and I thought that the novella was going to be somewhat wedged in the book without any rhyme or reason. It's like, oh well, I didn't know where else to put it, so it's going to go in here. But this novella has a very autumny and spooky time feel to it. Yes, it may not strictly be Halloween based or themes, but it's very appropriate to read during this time of the year. So I finished up the novella The Time Tomb, and I really enjoyed it. It was very good, very unconventional for what I was expecting for this novella. I was expecting it not to um, be at all themed for the spooky time of the year during the Halloween time. It isn't too heavy with the theming, but it is set during autumn time, and Halloween is referenced quite a lot. I do like the story as well. I find that the character of Miles, I'm not, I'm not sure whether he is incredibly smart or incredibly stupid, or maybe a bit of both. But the girl that we are reading about, who has a crush on Miles, um, I, I do not know if he really knows how much she um fancies him, or even is falling in love with him, or whether he's just in denial or stupid. I don't know. But it can be a bit frustrating when you're like thinking, well, come on, you're too good for him. You really are. So I really enjoyed this story. It was a interesting addition to this whole collection. And at first, I really thought that this novella was just going to be like sandwiched in this book without any rhyme or reason. But I can 100% confirm that this story is relevant to the whole Halloween vibe, and it is in this book for a reason, and well deserved. It's a really enjoyable story, and it just perked up my ears once again about making sure that I read more from Regina. As I mean, I've read um, Code Read by her. I love that book. I didn't think very much of her poetry collection, but poetry's kind of it's very difficult to like nail down. It's very hard to um, analyze and critique poetry. But this story I really enjoyed, and I think I'm gonna give it a rating of 4 stars. Okay, so I've just finished up the bonus short story from Halloween Haunts. So on top of the 5 short stories and the 1 novella, there is a bonus story at the back of the book, which is the shortest of the short stories, which is only about 3 pages long. It's untitled, so it's just called bonus short story. It hasn't got a title for it. Not sure why Regina didn't give it a title, and maybe she couldn't think of anything. In all fairness, neither can I. But it's about a woman who has been sent a copy of a book to read from an author, as all of us booktubers do. But she doesn't like the book. In fact, that she hates the book. After only having read a few pages, she DNF'd it. But she hasn't told the author how she feels. And one night when her and her girlfriend are out at night, parked in a secluded area, this man texts her, or keep texting her about what she thought about his book, and the girlfriend gets frustrated because she wants to find out what really goes bump in the night. So she grabs our main character's phone, which I'm pretty sure doesn't even have a name, and she tells him that she DNF'd his book and his book sucked. So after this, something emerges from the phone itself. I won't say exactly what happens because it's really shocking, and it even takes a story which I thought was going to be mediocre and unforgettable into something very creepy, very unique that I've never read before, and made it something very enjoyable for me to read. So it doesn't end well for our 2 characters, as the author expresses his rage at what these girls have been saying about his book. Which, side note, because us booktubers, we get these authors sending us copies of their books all the time. We really shouldn't be afraid to say how we truly feel, because I always give my honest thoughts about books, regardless whether they were sent to me from authors or not. And if a book sucks, I'm more than, I wouldn't say happy, but I'm more than willing to tell an author that, because if you don't tell them the truth, whether it's the good, the bad, or whatever, how are they going to improve their craft? So anyway, this story I thought was very good, and I'm going to give it a. Do you know what? I'm actually going to give it a 5 stars. This was a good way to end the book. So overall, my conclusions about Halloween Haunts by Regina was that it's a very good book, a very simple and quick read for this spooky time of the year, and I really enjoyed it. There really isn't much I can complain about here. I mean, there is 5 short stories, one that I didn't think very much of, but the rest I really enjoyed. The novella I really enjoyed, and the bonus story I really enjoyed. Sorry about that, guys. I am in a cemetery and there are loads of people around. Who knew it would be this busy during, this close to Halloween night, when the veil between the living and the dead is most weaker or thin or whatever. Anyway, I didn't really have much to complain about this book. The only complaint I had with it was the fact that it did have, I wouldn't say spelling mistakes, but it did have words that were misused. They weren't spelt incorrectly, so they wouldn't have shown up on a spell checker. But there were instances where a word was used, was used twice in the same sentence, or maybe a word was misused. Like there was a part in the book where a character was eating French fries, and instead of fry, it said try. So, yeah. But that's nothing. But that's something that could easily be overlooked. But yeah. I mean, I don't know whether this is the same for all the copies of the book. I just don't know why Regina couldn't have had this maybe proofread by someone. Yeah, it was just something really minor. Very, very minor. This is a very good book, and I enjoyed it. So, as a whole, I'm going to rate it a 4 stars out of 5, and that's purely because I didn't really think very much of the second story called Party in the Pines. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to check out Regina's Haunted Library, her channel, and this book. You can get it on Kindle and obviously in paperback form. Anyway, that's been my vlog for Regina's new book. Don't forget to check it out if I haven't made that crystal clear enough. And my kind of what I've been doing for the past few days or so, and kind of a send off for October and a goodbye to this spooky season of 2024. So that's been my video, guys. It's been a bit too long now. Hopefully this isn't long. I've been editing this as I've been going, so it's not going to be too much of a pain in the ass. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Happy Halloween once again, and I'll see you in my next video.